Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Sir, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, sir.
ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసావా అవును
చేశాను సార్ వ్యూస్ చేయలేదు అంతవరకు సిటీ వ్యూస్ జస్ట్ చూశాను క్లాసెస్
సో ఎనీ డౌట్స్
లేదు సార్
ఆల్ గుడ్
సబ్ క్వరీస్ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలి కొంచెం అంటే ఒకసారి ఓవర్ చూద్దామని సబ్ క్వరీస్
ఓకే జస్ట్ a minute. మనం లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ డిస్కస్ చేసాం
మనం వేరియబుల్స్ డిస్కస్
వేరియబుల్స్ అంతేనా కే స్టేట్మెంట్స్ ఫినిష్ చేసాం కదా మనం
సార్ కే స్టేట్మెంట్ కాదు ఇఫ్ డిస్కస్ చేసాం
ఇఫ్ డిస్కస్ చేసామా
అవును సార్
ఓకే సో వైల్ లూప్ కూడా అయిపోయిందా
వైల్ లూప్ లేదు సార్ అయిపోయింది
వైల్ లూప్ అవ్వలేదు
ఇఫ్ అండ్ వేరియబుల్ డిస్కస్ చేసాం
ఓకే ఓకే
లాస్ట్
SQL server Can you see my screen? No?
yes sir.
So today we'll discuss about while loops.
Okay.
SQL server is not responding. Yeah, door. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yep, you can see my screen, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So today we'll discuss about the while loops. Okay. So in the last class we discussed if condition, right?
Yes.
So if statements are used for unconditional execution, okay.
Yeah.
So based on the
Yes.
boolean value returned, so we can specify which kind of what set of commands to be executed. Okay. And
Yeah.
coming to while condition, so uh, while loop is used to repeat the task for a number of times based on the incremental value. Okay.
Okay.
So based on whatever the value we have given, okay, whatever the condition we have given, okay, until the condition gets failed, okay. So it will keep on repeating the tasks. Okay.
Okay.
So once the condition got failed, so the while loop will stop. Okay.
Okay.
If the condition keeps on coming true, the loop will
Will run.
keep on running. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see how to declare, how to write a simple while condition while loop. So for that also we are declaring some values here.
Well,
Declare the right number. Equals to int. So here I have declared two variables, minimum and maximum, and I have assigned one for minimum and 15 for maximum. Okay.
Okay.
So let's see how to set up a while loop here. Okay.
Okay.
So just like if, okay, you have to write the while
What
keyword, and here you have to give the condition. Okay.
expression? Yeah.
So whatever the condition you're looking for, so you have to give it there. So here I'm giving the condition at minimum is less than or equals to
Max.
max. Okay. So this is my condition. What does that mean? So the value for the minimum should be less than or
Less
equal
than
to
or
the
equal to max.
value of max. Okay.
Yeah.
So whenever this condition is true, so a
The
set of
set
statements
of
will
statements
run.
will get executed.
Okay.
Okay.
Just a minute. Hello. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye. Yeah. So here we are taking the begin. Here we have to specify the statements which we want to execute in begin and block. Okay. So that begin.
Yes.
Print. I'm just printing the minimum. Set. And this one. Okay. So in the begin and block, so what I'm doing is I'm just printing the minimum, whatever is the whenever this condition is true. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm printing the value of the minimum
Value. Yeah.
variable. Okay. I'm printing the value of min variable. Okay. And I'm also resetting the value of minimum. Okay. So what I'm doing here, resetting means, so I'm changing the value of the minimum. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm changing is I'm just adding +1 to the value, existing value of minimum. Okay. So every time this condition gets true, so this block gets executed. Okay. In this block, what I'm doing is I'm printing the value of whatever the existing value of the minimum, I'm printing that, and I'm resetting the value. Or here I'm incrementing the value basically, okay, by 1. Okay. So my incremental value is 1 here. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm increasing the value of the min variable by 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens after printing the value of min? Okay.
It will
In the
increase the
beginning,
value.
yeah. For now, the
Again, it
value
will
of
run.
minimum is 1, right? So
Yeah.
here, so since we are doing 1 plus 1, okay, it will be
First
2.
it will print the 1,
Okay.
and then it will increment with 1
Increment
value.
by 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if you see here, so
Yeah.
it has printed till 15 and has stopped.
Yeah.
Right. So what?
Yes.
Why means, okay. So after the incrementing, so the value of min is now 2, right?
Yeah.
So again it will check. Again it will check for the same condition whether 2 is less than or equal to 15
Yeah.
or not. So that is also
Condition
a condition.
satisfied.
Yeah. It will run. It will run this block, and again it will print 2 now. So again it is resetting the value. It is incrementing the value by 1. So now the value of min will be 3. Right? So
Yeah.
again it will check the condition 3 is less than or equal to 15. The condition is satisfied. And again it will execute the beginning block.
Yeah.
So again it will print 3 now. Yeah.
Yes.
So and again in the next statement we are resetting the value. We are incrementing the value by 1. So 3 plus 1, the value of min is now set to 4.
Okay.
So like that it will continue till 15. Okay.
Yes.
So after printing 15, okay, now it will check, it will increment the value by 1 again. Okay. So set min equal to 15 plus 1. So means 16.
Yeah.
So again it will go and check the condition. 16 is less than or equal to 15. So the condition is false here. Okay.
Yeah.
So whenever the condition is false, the while loop stops. Okay. Only when the condition is true,
then
so the only
will
then
execute the set of
execute the
statement.
block. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Just a minute. Hello. All right. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is how we can write a while loop. So you can write, we have written only one condition, right? We have write multiple conditions. Okay. Just like how you tried for if in the last class, we have given 2 conditions, right? Using AND operator,
Yes,
right? So based on your AND conditions or conditions, okay. So based on the written Boolean value, so it will while loop will decide whether to execute the begin and block or to stop.
Okay.
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 Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So here again, so we can write an if statement inside a while loop.
Okay.
So now the if loop also will run in loop. Okay. The if also will run in loop. Here instead of just printing this, okay. Here instead of just printing the value of the minimum, so here we can again determine the value of, again we can determine the odd or even of the number, right?
Yeah. If the
Instead of just
value is
printing the
even, then print like a.
Yeah, the same set of statements which you have written for the if condition, the same if condition we can follow here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So instead of just printing that, we can just write the if condition. Let's see a simple if statement here. Let's write a simple if. Okay. If what we have to write, okay, at the rate minimum mod of 2, okay,
2,
equals to
yeah.
0.
Then print.
Okay. So in if condition, inside if condition, so whether if the condition is true, if the boolean is true, okay, just go to this again. We have to, I'm writing a beginning block here, okay. Begin, print,
Min.
even number. Okay. So whenever the condition is true, whenever this condition is true, so this begin and block will execute. Okay.
Yeah.
Else we have to write another statement. Else print odd number. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is my begin and block. I mean, if else statement.
Yeah.
Here, if you see, so all this set of statements are in within the begin and block of while loop.
Yes.
So all these are all the set of statement. Okay. So inside the statement, this is one inside the begin and block. This is one statement. Okay. Whatever the if condition what we have taken, this is one statement. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the second statement is incrementing the value of the minimum variable. Okay.
Yes.
So this is another set of statement. Okay. So whenever we execute the while loop, so if the condition is true, it will come into this begin and block and it will run the if condition there. Okay. So it will run the if condition. What the if condition is doing here, it is determining whether the given value is odd or even number.
Yeah.
Right. So once this condition, this if condition is run, okay, it will whether I mean it will have determined even number or odd number, and again after that this will run. So what this will run, what this will do, this will increment the value of minimum variable by 1.
Yes.
Okay. So with this, the set of statements is finished. Okay.
Yes.
The begin and block, the execution of the block is finished. Again, with the new value of the minimum, it will check for the condition here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So again, it will verify the condition. If it is true, it will execute this block, and inside that we have if condition that will be executed. After that, it will the value will be incremented.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's check here. Let's print. So can I use this? Is it correct? No. So what I'm doing is I want to print
plus even.
Yeah. So I want to print this thing. Okay. 1 is even number like this. Okay. Can I write it? So the first value is 1, right?
Yeah, it's less than 15. Okay.
So it will check for one less than 15.
Yeah.
If the condition is true, it will come inside.
Then it will come inside. The if statement will execute now.
Yeah. Yeah.
1 is mod of 2.
So if the condition, if the mod of 2 is 0, that means 1 mod of 2 is 0, then it will print 1 as even number.
Yeah.
If the mod is not equal to 0, then it will print 1 is odd number. Like that. Okay. Is it true? So can I write this statement? Yeah.
It will give for every result. 1 is even like that. No?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I execute the statement, what it will do here? Okay, let's declare the statements.
Conversion failed when converting worker value in order to data type number. Okay.
What is error I'm getting here? So I'm
Conversion
getting a conversion error. Okay. So where is the possible possibility that I can get that error in my query? What are the possible statements that can give me this error?
These are data types.
Yeah.
Min-max data types. If we change, then it will work.
Yeah. So where should I change?
Where min declaring minimum value as varchar.
So do you
Then
think
it
that
won't
can be
work.
the
No,
issue?
maybe
Sorry.
that it's saying data type, na. So I thought that
Okay.
odd number to data type. Okay.
So just read this.
Conversion
error.
failed when converting the varchar value
So
is
it is
odd.
a varchar value.
Hmm.
You should read conversion failed when converting the varchar value.
Yeah,
So what
got
is the
it.
varchar value?
Yeah,
Is odd
got
number.
it. Sir. Here is in this we have given a print statement. In print statement, this is even number, is odd number. These are in varchar, no?
Yeah.
So one is in integer.
Yeah. So another one is in varchar. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is it is taking the first value. Okay. So whenever I am trying to do a plus here, okay,
Yeah.
it is considering the data type of the first value. What is the data type of the first value?
Integer.
Integer. Okay. So integer can only be added with an integer, right?
An integer, yeah.
So it is taking this value as also an integer.
Integer.
Okay. So that's what it is doing. So it is trying to convert this value into integer.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what conversion when converting the varchar value, when converting the is odd number value to data type.
Yeah.
So while trying to convert this string,
Varchar
while
value.
trying to convert this string
Yeah.
to data type int, it is failing. It is not able to convert this string into integer data type. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's see this way. Okay. We'll add first. We'll add plus. Okay. So I'm taking this statement now. Okay.
Same error.
Yeah. So why is that? So plus indicates whenever, I mean, plus is an addition symbol, right?
Yeah.
It is trying to add.
Yeah.
So when you can add two things, when both are integers, then only you can do the addition.
Yeah. Yes.
So, okay. So here it is trying to convert this particular string into an integer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's why, I mean, whenever it is trying to convert the string into integer, so it is failing. That's what the error says. Conversion failed.
Yes.
When trying to convert the varchar value to data type int. Okay. So what I can do here? So I can change the data type of this one, right?
Yeah.
So
we need to give in string format, like single quotes.
So what is the function I can use to convert the data type?
Cast we can use.
So you can use a cast. Okay.
Or else we can give, is it also working?
Which one?
We can give a string in integer value 1 in string format. Then it will shows every time 1 plus, no?
Yeah, we can try that. So this way you want me to
No,
do?
yeah, in this way. It will considers, but no, it shows like this.
So one is odd, one is even, one is odd, one is even.
Yeah.
What we can do?
You can use cast.
Yeah, we have to use cast. Tell me cast of
1 as varchar.
Okay.
We can give size what?
Let's say, yeah. Same thing I'll use here. I'm getting this, still getting the same. So the thing you have missed here is using, you should use, so whatever the value you have checked in the condition, that value you are trying to print, right? For the first one, it will be 1. So when you want to change it to 2, so you have to take the variable name here.
Oh,
So earlier we were printing the minimum, right? Print at the rate min we have given. We didn't give print 1 or we didn't give print 2 like that, right?
Yeah.
We are trying to
Every time
print
we
the
didn't
variable
want.
name, okay?
Yeah.
So then you have to take the variable name. You are trying to hard code there.
Yeah.
So if we are giving directly 1 or 2, so that is like a hard coded one,
Yeah.
right? So here we should not hard code. So we have got all for 15 numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. So one is odd, one is even number, like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So in the while loops, so the variables play a crucial part. Okay. Because every time here, so we are incrementing the value of the variable and we are checking the condition
Validating
based on the
the
variables only.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But whatever the functions, whatever the commands you're trying to execute here will be based on that variable only.
Yeah.
If you hard code the variable with the first value, okay, so the
If we
same will
give
be applicable for the
in print statement, if we give at the rate min, also it will same error will arise, no? It will throw an
No,
error.
why it will throw error?
At the rate of min, instead of a casting.
So that's what we have given in the last statement, right?
Yeah. Yes. No. Plus is even or is odd. We can go if you give.
Yeah, it will throw the same error.
Okay. Why? Because variable is in integer format. Data
Yes.
type is integer. Yeah. I got it.
Okay. So this is while loop. Okay.
Yes.
So any doubts? Yes.
No.
Okay. And so did we talk about temp tables?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So there is a concept called temporary tables in SQL Server. Okay. So temp tables are contradictory to the physical tables which we usually create. Okay. So whenever you write syntax for creating a table, create table emp. Okay.
Okay.
So by default, so this will be created as a physical table. Okay. This is a normal table which will be stored in the database. Here in the, if you go to this any database and you see, so all the database, all the physical tables are available here. Okay.
Okay.
But temporary table is a table which will store the data temporarily. It's okay. So if you see the physical table, so whenever you log off or again and log in, so you'll be able to see the tables anytime. Okay. So even though if you truncate the session, so okay. So in the, let's say in this session, in this window, you have created this table, you have closed it, okay, or you just logged off the server, okay, or you just kind of disconnected with the server.
Okay.
Okay. And again, if you try to log in, if you log into the servers and you check, all these tables are available. Okay. So these are why, because these are already, these are physical tables, these are permanent tables. Okay.
Okay.
So which will be stored in the database permanently.
Okay.
But coming to the temporary tables, these are the tables which will be stored in the database temporarily. So the actual function is to store data only. Okay. So these tables, just like physical, just like permanent tables, they also will be storing the data. Okay. But for temporary, not for permanent. Okay.
Okay.
But only for temporary, only for a limited amount of time. Okay. There are conditions till when it should store the data. So whenever you close this window or whenever you disconnect with the server, these temporary tables will be lost.
Okay.
That means the data stored inside the table, the temporary table will also be lost. Okay. So that means, okay. So the actual use case of this temporary tables is just like a variable. Okay. So we can create them during the runtime. Okay. So once the query is executed, they will be destroyed.
Okay.
So there is an option, like if you are trying to do it manually, if you're running via management studio, so you can, there is an option you can drop the table also. Okay. If you are running it via job, so the table will be automatically destroyed when the query execution is finished.
Okay.
Okay.
These are like variables like.
These are not like variable. Okay. So I'm just giving you the use case where we can use these step tables.
Okay.
During the query execution, we can create them. Okay. And they will be destroyed after the query execution.
Okay.
Okay. The only thing difference what you can see is
it will store.
Yes, it will store the data, but so after the query execution, it will be deleted. But that means the data that is stored inside the temp table will also be deleted. Okay.
After the execution.
Here. Sorry.
After the execution, it will vanish.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
So how you can create the temp tables is just you should give hash symbol before the table name. Okay.
Okay. Yes,
so this is the table name which I have given. So only difference is you should give the hash table. So whenever you see a hash symbol before the table, that means it is a temporary table. Okay. So these tables that will also occupy space in the DB. Okay.
Okay.
Because they are also will be storing the data, right?
Okay.
So all these things, temp tables, we can see here we have in the system databases, we have a database called tempdb. Here you will be able to see all those temp tables. Okay. But you'll be able to see them in the tempdb, but not with the exact name. Okay.
Okay.
So before the table name, so there will be something, some identifier, some masking will be created. So you'll see some weird characters before the table name. Okay. Only at the end of those weird characters, you can see this table name. It will not just like how we have table names here. It will not be in this way. Okay.
Okay.
So they'll add some weird characters before the table name, and at the end, so you can see this small table name. Okay.
Okay.
So we have two types of temp tables. One is local variable, normal temp table, and one is we call it as local temp table, and another one is global temp table.
Okay. Okay.
So local temp table, so what I can say is, so whenever you create a temp tables, like how I have created this temp table in this window, right?
Yeah.
So if we go to another window and try to query that table, okay, as temp table. So I have created the temp table there, right? So if I try to query the temp table in the another window, so that will not be available because that will be confined to that particular window, particular
The
to this
scope of this
particular session.
table will be for only
Only
for
for
particular
that
window.
particular session. Yeah, for that
Okay.
particular editor window. Okay.
Okay.
So you cannot query that particular table in other windows.
Yeah. Okay. It
I can
exists
query
here
the
only.
table here. Yeah, it will not be existing in the other windows.
Other.
Okay.
Okay.
The another difference we see for the variable execution is here every time you try to select data from the table. Unlike variables, we should not do the create table thing here. Okay. So for variables, what we every time we want to if I want to use variables in this query, so it is not enough just to declare it once. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So every time I am running the query, I should select those things. Every time I have to declare and every time I have to use. And again, if I am trying to execute the same query, it will not work.
Yeah.
I should again declare the variables, right?
Yes.
But for temp tables, that is not the case.
Because
Once
it doesn't store anywhere now, sir.
Yes, it is not getting stored anywhere, the variables and their values. Okay.
Here
But in the back end, it might get stored. Okay.
Okay.
But it is not visible to us. But it is not available to us. Okay. But these temp tables, once they are created, they are available to us. We can query them. We can use them just like the normal tables. Okay. 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 So this is one kind of temp table, and we can insert data into that also. Insert into temp table values 1, 2. So you can see the data here. Okay. Just like how I did for the normal table, we can insert the data also, or you can update the data also. Okay. Or you can delete the data from that table. Okay.
Yeah.
So after the usage, I can just drop table as temp table. So once I drop the table, the temp table will be destroyed from the system.
Okay.
If you try to select again, the table will not be available. Okay.
If we don't write a drop table,
Mm-hmm.
then it will exist or it will
Yeah,
automatically.
it will be exist. It will be in the existing state till you close this window.
Okay. Okay.
So once you close this particular window, or if you close the SQL server, the whole SQL server, then it will
Till
be
then
gone.
it will exist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It's like a same. We can create a normal table like that, but
Yeah.
the scope
Only
of the table is till the execution
to
or
that
till
particular window.
Yeah.
So this will also occupy memory in your system.
Okay.
Just like normal tables.
Yes.
Okay. So now there is one more kind of temp table called global temp table, global temporary table. Okay.
Okay. Local temp table, global temp.
So one is local and one other one is
Global.
Okay. Okay. The difference is, so the local temp table will be confined to this particular window. Okay. It will be existing in the database until we close this window or until we close the whole SQL server. Right.
Yeah.
But coming to the global temp table, okay. So it will be existing, it will be in the existing state until we close all the windows of the SQL server. So until you close the whole SQL server, it will be available. So let's create that. So if we give double hash, okay, that will be called as global temp table. Okay. If you give single hash there, that is a local
table.
If you give double hash, that is a global temp table. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's execute this. Command created successfully. The table is created. I can see.
No, you have created with single hash.
So here I have created the temp table in one window. I'm trying to query that in another window. It is still available, right?
Yeah.
But let's try to what is the property this. So till the SQL server closes, till then the temp table, the global temp table should be available for us. Okay.
Okay.
But if we see this, we have closed the window where it has been created,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, sir.
So then also it is not available.
Mhm.
The window in which it has been created
It has
should
been
be
created.
available.
Mhm.
So once you close that particular window, the temp table, the global temp table will also be lost.
Yes.
Okay. But so keeping the window which in which the global temp table is created,
Mhm.
if you close the other windows, that doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So after create, I can make use of, I can query that particular table in any number of windows.
You can use anywhere.
Yeah. I can query that, I can use that table in any number of windows. It will be available. Okay.
Okay.
But once I close the window in which it is created, the temp table is destroyed.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or if I close the whole SQL server, then also that will be closed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So these are the difference between
Template table.
local temp table and global temp tables.
Global.
Okay.
Okay.
So now let's talk about another concept called table variable.
Table variable.
Yes. So I think you have practiced in the practice, you have used them, right? The table variables.
Yeah.
While practicing for substrings and all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So table variable just like a normal variable. So this is also a variable which we will be declaring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are variables, no, sir? Same like as
Which those are variables mean?
we discussed variable, no?
Yes.
This table variable also both are
Also, they are
same.
also variables. They are also variables. So just like how we declare normal variables, the table variable should also be declared.
Okay.
So for the temp tables, okay,
Yeah.
we are creating the tables just like how we create normal tables. We are creating the tables.
Yeah.
But for the table variable, so we have to declare. Okay.
Okay.
So let's see. So the way we declare a normal variable is declare, and we give the variable name, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we give the data type, right?
Okay.
So this is how we declare a normal variable,
Yeah.
right? But for the table variable, the data type we should give that to the variable is table itself. Here, the keyword table is acting as a data type for this variable.
Okay.
Okay. So instead of giving like integer or varchar, okay, or float, the data type what we should use is table itself. The keyword table. It will be acting as a data type here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. For variable, while creating a variable, so we don't need to write that data type. Huh?
Here also we are
Yeah,
writing,
yeah.
right? So while creating the normal variables, like scalar, we call them as scalar variables. Okay.
Okay.
So for these variables, so we are also declaring the variables and specifying the data type.
Yeah.
The same thing here also we are declaring a variable and giving its data type. The data type is table, not an integer or varchar. The data type here is table.
Here is table.
Yeah. So the thing which I have highlighted is the data type here.
Okay.
Okay. Instead of taking an integer or varchar, so the data type would be table here.
Table. Okay.
Okay. And you have to declare the columns as well for that. Okay. So for these columns, you can give the data types like how we give for the normal table. Okay.
Okay. For scalar one, we need to just give.
For scalar one, we don't have to give the column names, right?
Yeah.
It is just one variable and we are assigning one value.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir.
But for table variables, okay, since
Yeah.
it is a table, there should be columns and rows, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It is a scalar variable. It is only one name and one value. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. So it doesn't have to be in format of columns and rows.
Yes, sir.
But since this variable is a table variable, it should be in the format of columns and rows.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have to give the column names also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We need to give data type also table.
Yeah. The data type of the variable should also be table.
Table. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Got it.
So like just like how we do to into the normal table, so we can insert the data here also. Insert into at the rate table. So this is a variable name. Okay.
Yeah.
And values. Okay. So let's declare this table. Okay.
Yeah.
So table command completed successfully. If you see here, it says incorrect syntax near keyword
syntax
into.
near keyword into. Yeah. Okay. You are not selected in. I
Okay. If you see
must
here,
declare the table variable.
must
Okay.
declare the table variable at table.
We need to
So
select
just like how we
at
use the declare statements in the execution while
yeah.
using the variable scalar variables,
Mm.
here also if you want to do something with the table variables, you should that declare statement will should also be the part of execution.
Yeah.
But for the create temp tables, okay, after creating the table, we are not selecting we are not doing the create table again, right?
Yes.
But for the variables, any variable, be it a scalar variable or be it a table variable, the declare statement should always be there. Okay. During the runtime, we should declare that thing should be created, that variable should be created. After the query execution, that will be destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But for the temp tables, once the table is created, okay, it will stay there in the database until you close the window or until you drop the table. Okay, right?
Yes.
But the variables are not like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So they will be created during the runtime.
Yeah.
And they will be destroyed after the query execution.
Yeah.
But in the temp tables, they can be created before running the query. So here I am creating. Okay. I'm just running the create statement. So here in the next statements, I can do some inserts, updates, or deletes. I can do whatever the transformations I want. I can perform
operation
in the next
same
queries.
Like as, yes, sir.
Just like how we do for tables, in the next queries, I can do whatever the operations I want.
Yes.
So I should not. I cannot. I mean, there is no need to include the create statement again.
Variables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the variables, I should declare the variable every time. Every time I try to use that variable, I try to use that data.
With the declare statement also.
I should declare that variable.
Yeah. Before using.
Yeah. So here I'm declaring the variable and inserting the values to rows. So let's select the data, select star from at the right table.
We need to select
Again, I've got the error. See?
Yeah.
That's why. If I want to do anything on that way on those variables,
we must declare before we use.
In the execution, in the query execution, the declare statement should be there. Okay.
Yeah.
So without the declaring the variables, I cannot use any of the variable in my query execution. Okay?
Yeah.
In that, so even though you have declared in the previous execution, that is not valid for the next execution.
Yeah.
In the current execution, they should be declared.
Okay? We must declare every time.
Yes, every time.
Okay.
Now I will be able to see the data on that. So it is just like a table now. Okay, just like how
the normal table
we work with the normal tables, we can work with these things.
Yeah.
So that doesn't matter. After, but the thing is, they should be in the declare ones. Okay.
Yeah.
So the difference is, so whenever you want the table to stay for the next executions, next part of executions, you can try creating a temp table. So, but if you want the table to be existing only for this particular execution, you can just go with the table variables instead of temp tables. You can go with table variables there.
Yeah. Okay.
So because it will be created during the runtime and it will be destroyed during the runtime. Okay. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. So in the next class, we will discuss about procedures. Okay. So we'll start with procedures.
Okay.
And we might have after procedures. We have functions, triggers. Okay. So we'll end with triggers then. Okay. We have some indexes also. Yeah. We have indexes. Okay. So we might finish in next 4 to 5 classes. Okay. We'll try to finish the sequencer. Okay. Okay. So we'll end the class, today's class here. Okay. Friends. Bye. Okay, bye.